Hello and welcome to Bloom Healing Tarot. I hope you are all doing very, very well. Thank you so much for joining. This is going to be a special Halloween reading for the sign of Aquarius. We're going to be looking at what is the spooky secret between you and them. Them might be family, friends, lover, work colleagues, stranger, neighbor, child, parent, whatever. Whoever this resonates for, it is coming through you as a sign or energy that is within you or around you, within your Aquarius field. You may have this in your sun, moon, rising, and you may just be guided to this reading. If you're interested to know more about what your sun, moon, and rising signs are, please do check out the description box below, where there's a link for you to find a free natal chart. And I'm recording this on Thursday, the 28th of October, I think. We are a few days out. Yeah, Thursday, 28th. It is exactly 4:22 here in London, my favorite time of day, and a beautiful time to begin this reading. So, yeah, a few days out before Halloween on the 31st of October, followed beautifully by Dia de los Muertos on the 1st and 2nd of November, which is the Day of the Dead in Mexico. And so this is a time of great celebration of death, great celebration of those beautiful ancestors that came before us and are guiding us still. And we give thanks and praise for all of those passed over, crossed over that rainbow bridge, whether they are our fur babies or our family, friends, dearly departed loved ones. And so we are talking about death. We're talking about Halloween. We're talking about all the spirits and the ghouls that come out at this time of year. And we are going to be in the most powerful Halloween this year. This All Hallows Eve, this Samhain. This is coming at a time when we are still within a deeply psychic cycle of consciousness for the planet. We've got 6 retrogrades going on at the moment. We've just kind of finished Mercury retrograde, but I think most of us readers, channelers, astro workers out there will know that Mercury is still very much with us, and there's this real retro shadow hanging over us. I think he just wants to stick around for the fun and games on Halloween. And that's no surprise, because there's a lot of fuck shit going on at this time. My cat is suddenly like crazily scratching the sofa. So let's just actually take a minute to clear the energy, because we're invoking these spirits as we talk about them. And, you know, let's just cleanse our space and remember that we are working in the light. God protects me and fights my battles. No weapon formed against me in spirit or in physical may prosper. I am loved, highly favored, and protected from all evil. And so is my beautiful collective. We have incense of the heart chakra coming through tonight, because actually the heart chakra is deeply connected to death. The heart chakra resonates with the death card in the tarot deck that I'm building, the Bloom Healing Tarot deck, which resonates strongly with the Hero's Journey course that I'm writing at the moment. And if you want more information about that, please do check out the description box below. The heart resonates, the heart chakra energies resonate with the death card, with death, with that cycle, the birth, death, resurrection cycle all moves through the heart. And we are, you know, commemorating and celebrating death. And the idea of resurrection at this time, spirits that may be gone in the physical, in the body, but very much here in the ether. And so, and we're getting ready for Halloween now. We're looking at what these secrets are that people are hiding. Now, these secrets, they could be good. They could be bad. They could be ugly. But Spirit will tell us. This is one of the beautiful things about tarot and channeling and oracles, is that Spirit will bring us out all of the knowledge, all of the truth, all of the wisdom, and only for our highest good. She will never lead us wrong. And hopefully this isn't going to be bursting any beautiful bubbles or special secret surprises that are good. Spirit's pretty good at keeping those sorts of things under wraps, but sometimes not all surprises are good. So if there's anything lurking that we need to be aware of, Aquarius, we're going to find out today, okay? And it's funny, but in my experience, in my journeying, I've discovered that people seem to be far more skilled at keeping secrets than they are at telling the truth or be standing in their light. Perhaps it's not always about holding secrets back, but really sort of, illuminating that which is in the dark. And people just get really good at putting on a mask. And if only they could transfer that energy into something more divine, like standing in their purpose, standing in their power, standing in their love for all. Wouldn't that be a wonderful world to live in? Hey, I think that's something we can all aspire to. So why don't we get cracking? We are going to pull a couple of my oracles to start with, and then we're going to get going into the tarot. So we'll get some oracles to start with, and then we'll clarify with the tarot, and then we're going to bring out a moonology card. Sorry, this isn't moonology. This is Queen of the Moon Oracle to give an outcome for the end. And that was the other point I wanted to make about death for this reading, especially, but this time of year, is that not only are we coming out of this very strong, or going through a very strong retro, especially with Saturn in retrograde, and both Jupiter and Saturn in Aquarius coming in the age of Aquarius, we are now heading into a new moon phase in Scorpio. And Scorpio also represents death in the tarot, represents the 3 phases or 3 states of transformation: birth, death, and resurrection, the scorpion, the eagle, and the phoenix. So, there's a lot going to come out at this point. And, there's a lot of people, like I say, a lot of people, magic and energy is inherently good. It comes from the brightest, goodest, godliest place there is. So it is all inherently good. But what we have to remember is that energy can be manipulated. Oh, look, plant medicine, bottom of the deck. But that's just a little sidebar message. We're not going to take that yet. All energy can be manipulated. And anything can become a weapon if it falls into the wrong hands. So it's important to just, be grounded into what energy you're bringing, both to this reading and also to your life and your day and those around you. And what is the energy or ambience, atmosphere that you want to create in your home and in your life and in your general health as well? Because all of this comes back to healing. All of this comes back to mental health, emotional balance, and releasing stress, relieving those things, even those karmic patterns, karmic partners, karmic behaviors that can lead us into stress, because stress leads us into physical problems in the body and in the mind and in the soul and the spirit. So look after yourself at this time. Do these extra protections for your energy. Have candles going, burn sage, burn incense, put salt around your front door and your back door. Keep those unwanted spirits from entering any aspect of your energy field. or your sanctuary. Okay, Aquarius, let's get going. We are asking, what is the spooky secret between Aquarius and their person? Between Aquarius, oh, sorry, too many coming out. Sorry, Spirit. And in fact, you know, this deck's getting quite big, so I'm just going to split it in half. And we're just going to go with half a deck. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. So, for Aquarius, please. For Aquarius, what is the spooky secret between them and their person? Please give us 1 or 2 cards only. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. We got 1. The good ship friendship. Okay. The good ship friendship. Let's take 1 more. Ooh. Okay. All right. I'm going to take them. We don't know what they mean yet, but that's okay. So we got spirit animal and Cancer. Cancerian. Okay. So we've got friendship, spirit animal, and Cancerian. I'm feeling that obviously you could be dealing with someone who has Cancer strongly in their chart, could be in their moon. You know, Cancer is ruled by the moon as well. You could also have Cancer strongly in your chart, Aquarius. You could be connecting to someone who has animals. This might be one way of recognizing who this person is in your life. There's someone who is connected with the animal world, the spirit animal world. And I always take that as a really good sign. Actually, that's the sort of thing I'm looking for in a friend, in a partner, someone that's good with animals, cares about animals, looks after the natural world. So that's definitely the kind of friendship I'm, you know, fostering and nurturing, and definitely, you know, have a lot of spirit animal guides in my life, both furry and crossed over the rainbow bridge. And actually, I was thinking about one of my fur babies that has crossed over the rainbow bridge just this morning. And my lovely little squeaker girl who died a couple of Christmases ago. My bubble's twin sister. And I've got Aquarius rising as well. So, you know, this could also be my lovely spirit guide coming through. And funnily enough, we did have the little cat earlier in these little superhero cards. We'll pull a couple of these as well for you, Aquarius. So, good ship friendship. I mean, this could also be secrets that your friends are keeping from you, secrets that you're keeping between friends. Perhaps you have a secret, and perhaps there's a very select group of people that you would share this secret with. It may be that your friends know a secret about you, or they think they know something. I'm sorry, that's not right. Your friends could never know something about you inherently that you wouldn't know, but they might know about something that someone has told them or is planning, you know, planning a surprise, something, meet up, message, what have you. Okay, that's quite positive. We're not necessarily looking for bad secrets, but we know that they exist. So why don't we take a little bit more clarity, a little bit more storyboard from the chakra deck. What was on the bottom? Quest. Interesting. A quest. And we do have a ship already. So what is the spooky secret for Aquarius and between Aquarius and their person spirit? Ooh. Perception. Interesting. Perception. How things look, how things appear, may not always be what they seem. We shouldn't always judge a book by the cover, though unfortunately, most of the world is conditioned to do exactly that and look at what's on the outside and how someone's dolled up or suited and booted up, rather than what's really, behind the eyes, I'm loving that there's all these animals, butterflies, major symbol of transformation, and Scorpio and death. So, and there's 2 in this card. So just the 2. Yeah. 2 very prominently, and the Dove of Peace, and this sort of heart chakra crystal stone that she's sort of manifesting, levitating, visualizing in her mind's eye, and then just manifesting right there in her garden. So that's beautiful. Loving the green coming up with my initial setting of the heart chakra. So we've, spirit animals strongly being highlighted here. You may well have a connection with Scorpio here too. So let's carry on. Let's take another. And actually, I've just noticed in the card that I pulled out for your signifier, Aquarius, which is from the Inner Child Tarot, the Fairy Tale Tarot, there's a Dove of Peace sitting on top of the wishing well. So that's beautiful. You've now got a Dove of Peace in 2 of your images. So spirit animals and spirit guides are strong around you right now. And there's a real sense of protection with that. There's a real sense of you're on your path. They're guiding your way, but they're also simply accompanying you. You don't really need to be told which way to go. You've always known how to follow your own star, Aquarius. You've always been able to look up and understand that there was so much more besides what was visible with the naked eye. Even though we can see all the stars in the sky, we don't know what's going on up there. We can't really understand what we're seeing. And Aquarius, you've always been able to relate that down to the 3D. You've always understood that there was so much more going on beneath the surface, so much more behind the veil that was hidden for a reason, for our own good, perhaps. But nonetheless, you weren't fazed by that unknown. And we're actually going to pull some tarot from the wild unknown tonight, which is a spirit animal deck as well, which I've just pieced together. So, yeah, you're not scared of the unknown. And actually, this is the age of Aquarius. Aquarius, we are into the biggest unknown our planet and our race of human beings has so far ever been through. I think everything from this point forward is going to be revelatory, and we will consistently say as we move forward in the future, wow, that's never happened before, or we've never gone through that before, or this is brand new. And that's what the age of enlightenment, the age of Aquarius is all about. It's about new understandings, new beginnings, new explorations in thought and knowledge and consciousness. And that's always going to be holding up a torch in the darkness, moving forward as a pioneer, because this is uncharted territory. And that's what makes Aquarians such a beautiful traveler, explorer, pioneer, because they know that they're always guided by the stars. And as long as they keep sort of that hold on their heart and let their heart guide them, they'll always find their way home. And home can be 1,000,001 destinations. Okay, so the card that came out was gossip. Interesting. So definitely people talking about this secret, whatever it is. We haven't really uncovered the secret yet, but we haven't finished yet. We have not finished yet. How are we doing? 20 minutes. Okay, great. Do like, do subscribe. Please do drop me a comment. Let me know if this is resonating. It'd be lovely to hear from you. And if you want a personal reading or want to know how to contact me about essential oils or about the new offer that I'm offering, please do check the description box. Thanks. So, gossip. We've got people gossiping, these two people gossiping about the person in the middle. The person in the middle is clearly an artist. They've got a paintbrush and some acrylic oil paints. They've also got their heart chakra illuminated. They're standing in their heart. They're standing in their power. And this is not being received well by the others. You can see they're drab. They're closed. They've got very closed off body language. They're looking down their noses at this person. And really, there's no really, you know, you can't see any obvious reason why that would be, but maybe these people are just kind of twisted and sad and bitter in their own lives. And pretty much that's where gossip comes from. So, and we've got perception. It's interesting how green, again, you know, perception. You know, people spreading lies and rumors about others can alter the perception. You know, there's this person sort of standing very much in their light and beauty, not hurting anybody. I'm just trying to see. She's almost like, there's like a door behind her, like a door or a portal. Like she's actually just stepping through. There's this person like stepping through. And another reader was saying that earlier about stepping through. We've just gone through 2202. Beautiful. So yeah, she's like stepped through already and found this magical secret garden of her own manifestation. And it's all because she could see it. She used her own perception to step through this door. Probably when people were telling her that she couldn't, she wasn't allowed to, that it wasn't for her, or that she didn't have the skills or the power or the protection to do so. And she's gone ahead and done it. She's gone ahead and painted her masterpiece, manifested here on the earthly plane, on the green plane, in the green gardens. And these are these people who probably told her she couldn't do it. These are the people that told, I mean, I'm saying she because these don't both look like feminines, Aquarius. But you could be a masculine, of course. You could be a man. You could be a man who's connecting very much with his green energy, with his heart chakra energy, balancing those emotions and those relationships. You know, emotions and relationships, they're all tangled up together. We generally feel our emotions most when we're dealing with other people. It takes us a long time to really connect with that within. But this is what this kind of heart opening is representing. Someone that's not ashamed to wear their heart on their sleeve or on their breast for all to see. You know, they want their heart chakra to be open. They've probably been keeping their heart closed for a long time. And this is like brought fresh air, you know. This is like stepping out into the fresh air after being cooped up for a long time or being under some kind of burden or spiritual battle. And now there's just peace and tranquility in the garden. No more, you know, annoying people raining on your parade, which is great, right? So it's interesting. But, you know, gossip can change people's perception, right? Those that gossip and those that listen to gossip and those that engage or find themselves entertained by gossip, they do that to alter the perception of these people. But really, They haven't done anything with their gossip, have they? Because you can see that this person is abundant because they're authentic. And authenticity goes a long, long way, brothers and sisters. So, okay, interesting. Why don't we pick up the tarot now and see where this is going for Aquarius? Let's see what the tarot can tell us. Let's take some of the Santa Muerte tarot, staying in the Halloween theme with my lovelies. Let's put that there. Okay, so I'm not going to take that. So for the sign of Aquarius, sun, moon, rising, or in any other placement in your chart, or you may be intuitively guided to this reading. I am your green goddess. My name is Sasha. I am so delighted and so humbled to be able to read for you and pull down some of this energy and hopefully give you a little bit of insight into any secrets that people may be keeping from you that may not be for your highest good, or that may help you bring enlightenment into your journey, Aquarius. We've got the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. Knight of Swords, air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. He's doing like a sort of sword swallowing trick. Someone eating their words. Okay, Spirit, someone is eating their words, literally. So they've been gossiping, they've been talking shit, and now it's come out in the open that actually they were lying or being mischievous, and they're literally having to eat their words. And the horse is like, you've been rumbled, mate. Okay, so Knight of Swords, perhaps. You know, I'm almost seeing this like, because they're on a horse, it's almost like they jumped on the bandwagon. Maybe this isn't somebody that spread the rumor or started the gossip, but maybe they jumped on the bandwagon and laughed along and maybe indulged a little bit too much in that fun at someone else's expense. And now they're feeling stupid because they thought it was all a bit of fun. But really, they're starting to realize that perhaps they're keeping the wrong kind of company. You know, the kind of people that spread not only, you know, private information. First of all, why are people spreading private information about others in the first place? Let's just ask that question. But secondly, spreading stuff that then isn't true. I mean, come on, guys. This is karma season. You don't really want to be like inviting unnecessary, trifling karma back on yourself, surely. But, you know, some people, they think they're all that. And then they end up having to do the last thing they expected was actually swallow that whole sword. And yeah, they're sort of not going anywhere. There's no rushing in or mighty swiftness with this Knight of Swords. But this could also be a feeling of being choked on your words. This could even be you, Aquarius, this sense of almost choking on the words or choking on what you've heard. You know, it can be devastating. It can be really upsetting to hear about shit that's been said about you. And I've been in this situation myself quite recently. And I think it's funny because, especially if it's not true, it's quite easy to like laugh it off or, you know, it doesn't affect you if it's not true. But I think what really, really hurt me in my situation was knowing that friends of mine who I trusted or loved or cared for had believed this sort of not nasty thing about me and had allowed it to change their view of me as a person and had blocked me or ghosted me or just dropped me as a friend or a work colleague out of no reason, but because they'd heard some nasty little bitch of gossip. And they decided that that was the energy they'd like to indulge in when it came to me. And I think that that was the bit that really stung. It was like, wow, when we were having such a beautiful friendship blossoming, but you decided to go that way. So I think that's the bit that surprises people the most, that people can just be soulless, you know? And it kind of makes you think, well, what was that friendship in the first place? What was that good ship of friendship? Was it even a friendship? Was it all phony and fake and lies? If that person can in a heartbeat drop you or side with somebody else because they think they're what, cooler, richer, more popular on YouTube or Instagram? You know, these are worrying values with which to align yourself with other people. And so, yeah, I guess there is this kind of choking on it when you find out how people really are, or who they really are, or who you really are because of how you reacted to something that you heard. So interesting, that card had a lot of messages in it. I hope something was of relevance or resonance for you. The other card that came out was the Seven of Pentacles. Interesting energy here. This is someone who looks like they're sort of hiding behind a fence. They could even be hiding behind bars. This card is sort of, I mean, you can get a lot of fuck shit energy with the sevens. You know, I'm learning that the sevens can really be tricksters of the tarot. And the sevens can often represent, or they do represent, a very spiritual energy. So we've definitely got sort of spirit talking here. And this is someone that's spying, definitely. Look, they're spying. The Knight of Swords can be quite a spying, stalkerish energy. This person almost looks like they're in your back garden, at your back gate, sort of thing, rather than behind bars. But take it as it resonates for you. They are biding their time and waiting for something. And again, we're just coming up to Halloween. There is definitely need to be cautious at this time. Be wary of what you plan to do with your Halloween time and your Halloween energy. Be wary of weird strangers hanging around your house, knocking on your door, trick-or-treaters. You know, I don't really ever remember getting treats from trick-or-treaters, and they're not really designed that way. So yeah, be wary of people like hanging around that you don't recognize, or people wanting to suddenly cozy up and be friendly. We're on 3303. Yeah. And it's the Seven of Pentacles. It could be an earth sign energy. Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. I'm seeing, like, you know, he's got these 7 cups on one side. It's like an abacus, right? You know, that one of those ancient counting machines. He's got all these other cups on one side, on his left, right? But he's got his hand on one cup, which he's set apart. So maybe this energy here is someone that you're dealing with that's actually a bit of a player. They're a bit of that Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands energy, and they've got all these options that they're keeping as options. They ain't going anywhere. Believe they are stored up and shelved for later on. But there's this one that he's got his hand on, and he's also kind of set apart from the rest. So he may have, this could be like a serious stalker / psycho serial killer that has just set his sights on his latest victim. Now, that could be victim as in he's going to try and get you into bed, or he might try and get you into the grave. You know, this is not, this isn't a very nice energy at all. And it does actually say Dia de los Muertos on the top of that box. And it's kind of making me think of a box of dynamite, like from the old Acme company dynamite from Roadrunner, and the coyote, Wile E. Coyote from Disney. Now, this could be that this person is actually bringing some kind of dynamite destruction with them, or he hasn't noticed that there is a booby trap right above his head. So this could be two different energies, but I'm kind of feeling like you are protected, collective, because one thing or another, one way or another, he's behind that fence and the dynamite's on his side. So he's going to booby trap himself, if nothing else. He may well be about to be blown up, exposed, or this could be someone that's already been exposed and now this is their life playing abacus games on the prison bars because they ain't got no fucking Wi-Fi in prison. Okay, so interesting. That energy is kind of coming through as a lot of people gossiping, a lot of people talking, a lot of people watching. Let's have a little bit more energy from the wild unknown, which is full of symbology and spirit animals. So what's the secret between Aquarius and their person? Thank you, Spirit, so much. That's too many, Spirit. Thank you. Despite a very clear symbol, but we won't go there right now. If it comes out again, we'll take it. So, Spirit, between Aquarius and their person, what is the spooky secret that they need to know? How can you... Not really too many, Spirit, but Cancer was... Chariot was on the top. And we did have Cancerian on the table. So I'm going to take that. So definitely Cancerian now showing up very strongly. Beautiful with the horse. Spirit animal, and we do have a horse in this picture too. Now we've got the Son of Pentacles, beautiful young stag, young deer, another confirmation of earth signs. Let's put that there. Two beautiful four-legged creatures, wild animals, and we've got the Ace of Wands. So, Ace of Wands. I'm hesitating because I'm getting really hot. It's like I've got literally, it's like someone's started a real fire behind me and I'm sitting right in front of it, which if anyone knows, it gets really hot. I don't have that in my house, but I pull out the Eight of Wands and it's like someone just turned up the sauna in here. So Ace of Wands, definitely, like I was saying, this energy of people coming towards you suddenly. We are in retro season, like we've never seen retro season before. And we're coming up out of a very powerful Libra Virgo moon, and going into a Scorpio moon. So there's been a lot of healing and a lot of dropping stuff that we don't need as we clear out our emotional karma. And this is nice because it's sort of reflecting that there's a fresh new dawn coming. But it is also a sense of people thinking with their wand and coming in first and foremost with passion rather than with love. The sort of love it, the cups energy that we had before, which was, I can't remember now. We did have, well, yeah, we've got Cancerian and we've got the Chariot. I don't know why I was thinking of cups energy. Okay, we're going to go with those three. Can you see that? Okay, there we go. So we got the Chariot, beautiful. Confirmation of the Cancerian. This is also people coming in quick. This is also someone coming in very strongly They've made their decision. They know exactly what they want, and they're coming towards you to share what it is that they want to say. And this can often be the energy of the Knight of Swords as well. Very communicative, very open, very ready to share now, rather than holding back. This is kind of very much coming in togetherness energy. And we've got the Son of Pentacles, the Son of Earth, Virgo. Earth to Virgo, Earth, Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. And we had the Seven of Pentacles as well. All these spirit animals. But this can also be that sort of retro X roundabout, you know, coming round the merry-go-round once again, coming in for a second chance. This is this kind of energy, this person that had all those options, and they've been wanging their wang all over the place with these other 6 options, and they've kind of got them grouped into some weird, strange little fuck shit category as well. But they've got this one set apart, and you can just see this look on his face, like, you're next, you're mine. Like, his eyes are just focused beyond the fence, and he could well have his eyes and his wang set on you. You know, he's dialed up his wang compass, and it's now facing Aquarius North. So I think that you need to be wary of these kinds of people coming towards you, because yes, they've got cups, but I'm not feeling like this man wants to fill up your cup with abundance. Okay. And we'll just leave it there. But this is a very nice energy all the same. I'm really liking this. Is very strong, stable. You know, the horse, even though the chariot has the affiliation with Cancerian, which is water, they have the sun and the moon and the earth. Because they're the chariot, they encompass the whole tarot. They encompass the whole of the universe. They are a symbolic representation of all of creation in one. And it's beautiful to look into that aspect of the chariot card. And I love that it's represented here, that all the elements are in play. So this is someone that's really balanced. This is someone that's done their emotional healing. They're comfortable and protective over what is theirs. And they're excited about new adventure. Both of these have a very young, excitable energy, ready to get going, ready to get moving, so much more to explore and encounter. And that's really good. And because you had the spirit animal guides card, I feel like this is sort of saying that, yeah, Aquarius, you have been surrounded by some fuck shit. I'm actually now realizing, or sort of hearing spirit saying that, Aquarius, you could well have been responsible for sharing or creating some of the gossip about you. You know, we all know that old saying, there's no smoke without fire, right? If you were there, if you were at the event, if you were at the scene of the crime, even if you weren't the one that did it, you may well have a finger pointed at you, because people don't know what they're looking at, right? People's perception, 4404, can be messed with. And I feel like this is spirit sort of just reminding you and grounding you that despite what's going on around you, remember that it is just perception. It is just gossip. It's just hot air. It's just people talking out of their backsides because they've probably got nothing in their life to talk about. And your spirit guides and your spirit animals are here saying that you are protected. Spirit sees all. Spirit knows who you are and knows what is good in your life and knows what your adventures and your plans consist of. and that it has nothing to do with any of this other weird energy that's been going on. And so I feel like Spirit's just saying, keep being you, keep doing you, keep persevering. Don't worry about what other people are saying or stalking or looking at. You know, gossip and perception. And then we've got someone eating their words and stalking. They can't say shit, but they'll keep looking. They'll keep looking and they'll keep wearing it out. But, you know, they don't actually have, you know, what we're looking for really isn't collective. It's people that have embraced this energy of the green open heart chakra. If they're ready to share and be open with themselves, then they're ready to be open and share with the world. And that's what scares a lot of people. But you can't stop. You can't give up. You can't let the bastards get you down. Because otherwise you are simply lowering yourself and diminishing your beauty and your worldliness to become this sort of boring ass, musty, dusty old gossip that actually no one is interested in, which is why they have to spread stories about other people. You know, it really is quite a sad tale at the end of the day when you think about it. The kind of people that get off on talking about others, whether it's true or not, it doesn't say a lot about them as people. So, you know, you aren't that kind of person and you don't need to align or listen or lower yourself to their level. You couldn't anyway. You're the star, Aquarius. You're the star. You're always going to be higher and brighter and more elevated and more aware because you come from creation and you know that you're part of creation. You know that you're part of the stars and the earth and the butterflies and the crystals, and that you bring peace. And hello, someone's asking a question in the comments. Yeah, you can definitely ask a question. Whether I can answer it, we'll have to see. But happy Halloween, Anchor. Welcome. Okay, so we're almost finished, I think, here, Anchor. So don't dilly-dally on the way. Ask your question and we'll see what we can do. In the meantime, why don't we pull a couple of, let's put these back there. And we're going to pull an outcome and a superhero card for you. So let's split those up again in two. So for Aquarius, about this spooky secret between let's see what Anchor said. Ma'am, when will I get a new job with an offer letter in hand? I got one interview call, first round. Will I clear all rounds with same company? Okay. That's three questions, I think, Anchor. That's a little bit too much for us to go into. I'll pull one card for you, okay? I'm happy to pull a card for you if you want on that interview that you've just gone through the first round. That's great. We'll ask the question if you'll go to the second round, okay? But if you want a deeper reading or to really explore all three of those questions, have a quick look in the description box because I've got a really good offer on questions at the moment. So it's 2 questions for £22 and 6 questions for £55. And obviously then we could actually give you something that is specific. So first of all, we're going to pull for Aquarius. So we're going to pull their superhero card. Any additional clarity? Oh, here it is, here it is, here it is. We've got number 11. The baseball player the baseball fielder can catch anything. Balls, fish, trains, and colds. You name it, he's caught it. What a pro. Baseball fielder. Okay. So very yellow energy. Solar plexus chakra. You could be dealing with someone who's a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. Number 11 or a number 2. And you could say he's got an S or a 2 on his hat, or it's S for stackers probably, but it could be a 2 and he's got the number 2 or number 11. But he's actually a bit of a dick because he can catch anything, including colds, probably STDs. This is probably the kind of guy that you might not want to play balls and sticks with. There are actually lots of wands and balls in this picture. So, and and look at his hand. It looks like his hand was busy really recently. So this might well be sort of clarifying that, this is someone that has a lot of time to play with balls and play with wands. They might be getting a little bit bored and lonely on their own, and they might be coming to seek you out. So be wary, be aware, be alert. Okay, so what card deck are we going to pull? Okay, so Anchor. Well, I can't tell you when you're going to get the offer. I can't give you that sort of specifics from the tarot, unless it's very clear to me. Tell us about Anchor and this job. Will he get to the second round? And can you tell us anything about when this is going to happen, Spirit? Oh, look at that, Anchor. Perseverance. That's great. That's a great energy, okay? Perseverance, okay? This is exactly where you're at right now. This is where you kind of need to stay. You need to stay in a really high vibration now. You've gotten this far. You've made it not only past the application and the interview stage, you've gotten through the first round, okay? So you now have to keep that energy really high, because they could call you back tomorrow, or they could ask you to do something special, like a special task. So make sure that your energy is good and ready for the next interview. It's all about, you know what? Luck doesn't really exist, Anchor, okay? Luck is a alchemy between opportunity and preparedness. So if you're prepared and you're ready and you've thought about what questions they might ask you in the second round, then you're actually placing yourself, you're positioning yourself in the strongest position against all of your competition, because actually, you've already proved yourself up to this point, but now they're going to be looking for something special over the others, and you are in control of that magic. So think about what magic you want to bring to the second round, and what skills you want to show. And it looks like this person is giving someone else some very special news. They're taking them aside and saying, I've got something really important to tell you. And that could be someone coming in to say, you've made it to the end. We're going to give you the job. Okay, so I hope that that's what this energy is pulling through. But obviously the magic's in your hands, Anchor, okay? I wish you the best of luck with that second interview. I'm sure you're going to get it, okay? Keep going. Keep striving. That's what it's all about. Just don't give up. You will always reach your dreams if you don't give up. Okay, we're going to take one outcome for Aquarius. We're at the hour. So Aquarius, for this reading, for this spooky secret between you and your person, there's definitely been gossip, and there's been people focusing a lot on the sexual side of relationships. Perhaps people wanting friends with benefits, you know. You're welcome, Anchor. Blessings to you. You know, people maybe just wanting the friends with benefits bit. But, you know, when I was growing up, there was no benefits with friendship, you know. It was friendship first and foremost. And, you know, falling into bed with your mate, your friend, was actually not always a good idea. But some of the best relationships I've seen, including, you know, one of my exes, we started out as friends, you know, we started out knowing each other through friends, and that can be a lovely energy. It can also be a journey through fucking hell, meeting people through other people. And we've all been there, right? Anyway, outcome for this reading. We know that there's been a lot of crazy stuff going on, but actually we've got protection from our guides. Our animals are telling us we're on the right path. We need to stay strong in our power. We're on 55-55. As we go into this new moon, oh, who's on the bottom of the deck? Self-reflection. 8. Self-reflection. Yeah. And you know, we had perception at the beginning. As we go into this new moon in Scorpio, it is all about reflecting. It is all about being really upfront, honest, and raw about what we want, how we feel, and what might be the most balanced way of getting what we want and achieving our beautiful dreams, and not doing so in a way that reflects badly on ourselves, on others, or hurts others. You know, no one should be putting out opinions or judgment or shade on anybody, full stop. But at the very least, no one should be doing so without having done that self-reflection first, having gone in and actually done that self-reflection on themselves. Because, you know, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, you know, but there's a lot of people throwing stones and hiding hands out here. And these people are all holding hands. So why don't we all concentrate on holding hands rather than hiding hands? And, you know, look a little bit deeper within ourselves before we talk to others about themselves or talk to others about other people. Because really that is the most boring way you could spend your time, and all you're doing is just totting up karma for later on down the road, and no one's going to want to know someone that has, you know, some fucking bitch ass train of karma trailing behind them. So at 58:11, I think that's a really nice place to end. I have been your green goddess. I love you, Aquarius. I hope that there have been messages of healing and meaning in this message for you. I hope that you have a very happy, fun, and altogether safe Halloween. Don't let the crazy people into your house. Remember that vampires need an invitation before they can cross your threshold. And give your heart to someone that deserves it, okay? And your passion. Passion is all good as long as the heart chakra is open. And thank you so much, everybody, for your donations, your likes, your shares, your subscribes. You are helping me build this platform and this journey of mine into something spectacular. And I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Details of how to get a reading with me. If you'd like me to read for your story and your situation, please do hit me up for a reading, and we can talk more. Thanks so much, Aquarius. Take care for now, and namaste. And happy Halloween.